Excellent. All right, so we are live. The camera is steady. I have Gatorade, and boy, am I going to have some fun with tonight's episode. And hopefully, it won't take too long because my phone is not having the best time today. Anyways, welcome back to the live streaming episode of me attempting to cook things in the kitchen and not having it explode. We're going to do Brinner because I love Brinner and I've been wanting to do this. So welcome to the much anticipated by me Brinner episode. We're going to do chocolate chip pancakes because we all know that I have the dietary restrictions / appetite of a 5-year-old. So, chocolate chip pancakes. The milk is going to be in here. And let's say we get the show on the road. It's been a while since I've made this concoction. So, hopefully I make it right. Because when I used to make it back in the day, it'd be like, guess, stir it, and hopefully it's good. So hopefully this will work out tonight. As always, please forget to like and subscribe, because I don't do this for the clout, like, subscriptions, or anything else. If anything else, I kind of do it for the laughs and giggles you might have, or the annoyed eye rolls you might have in the background. Alright, it's been a while, so let's see if I can do this the right way. The goal is to make like 2.5 pancakes. How do you make a half pancake? Well, you make the half the size of the other 2 pancakes, so it is half the size. I have this over here right now because I am going to, let me do this part first. Hopefully this is enough. Who knew that, I used to make the joke that who knew that such a simple ingredient mix would produce like the greatest food of all time. Those of you who do not know, I love Brinner. Any breakfast food should be served at all times of every single day, no matter what. There's no such thing as too much Brinner. If I could, I would eat pancakes, hash browns, occasionally bacon, and then probably some dried fruit just to try to be healthy. I would eat that for every meal, every single day without complaints. Because breakfast is amazing. To quote, what's that Ron Swanson and Leslie Knope quote about why do people eat things besides breakfast? Because people are idiots. That's sometimes how I feel. I honestly could eat hash browns and pancakes for, I don't want to say ever, but I would not argue with it. Now, before we continue on, yeah, here we go. Gotta make sure this is not slipping because my stand is being a little bit mean to me, I think. Cool, alright, so. Yeah, technology-wise, it's been a great day so far. Phone's down to 25%, which is very lower than it normally is. So hopefully this will last. Some other notes. We're gonna turn this on because, yeeks. I'm gonna also open up my back because, well, let me explain. So as much as I am not particular about foods in a lot of ways, there are some ways I'm very particular about food. And one of those ways is if I'm eating something that's hot, I want it to stay hot when I'm making it. Or when I'm making the second round of it, or whatever. That includes pancakes. So way back in the day, I might add a little more here. I used to use this burner. Yeah, maybe question mark. Cool. And I would put a plate on there like there's now, and then on top of the plate, I would put another glass bowl larger than this one. And what it would do is I would just keep the pancakes underneath the glass dome to keep it hot the entire time. I don't have that glass dome anymore, and it may or may not have gotten wrecked. Which, whatever. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to use, I thought about this. I was originally going to just use the bottom pan, but I'm like, no. So we're going to put a plate on top of the pan, and that way it'll keep this plate warm, and then I'm going to transfer to another plate, and we'll be all good. Not gonna lie, that pan smells like burnt broccoli. Considering I haven't used it in probably over a year, not sure if that's good or bad. I did wash it though, for anyone's curious. I did soap and water it. I'm not gonna touch anything else right now. I did want to check because I didn't screw up too much at the bottom, but it's been basically in the same spot for the past year. So, like, watch something on the bottom that's just like burning would not be good. So yeah, this shouldn't be too bad. I did get chocolate chips also because, again, like I said, I have the diet of a 5-year-old most days, where I do enjoy simple things. That's why I always make the joke of pancakes are so delicious yet they're made so simply. While we're doing this, I do hope everyone's having a good day. I really wanted to wear shorts today while I was doing this episode, but could someone explain to me why almost halfway through May, Justin Timberlake's May, it is still like in the 50s? It should not be this hot. I should be wearing shorts right now. I am not. This will be enough tonight. That's okay though. We can a little more. I might also be wrong. It's been a while since I've done this. Then again, my life is not made worse by eating more pancakes. I can promise you that. I also think, and this is completely fair and a complete shot at me, I don't think my kitchen is used to cleaning or cooking something this plain, because for a while it was what I cooked in the morning. But now, maybe on that one. Now that I know how to cook more things, my kitchen has not seen something this simple in a while. Not a bad thing. Just an astute observation. All right, we're gonna turn it down a little bit. I should probably open these up. Now, oh, you are not fun. Oh, whatever. I think some batter got on the chocolate chips. Oh well. I used to, back in the day, take about 5 or 6 per handful and just eat them because they were left over and I didn't want to put too many, and then like there's a bunch of excuses I used. I am, as a gym goer, I know I need to watch what I eat for the most part. So, watching it, but also, I could try to eat slightly healthier. Alright, what do you say we do this? I probably would want to put a little more in there. Why not? That should work a little better. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. It seems. I do hope everyone is having a good start or a great start to their week. Oh, don't do that. 2D after that. Okay, only leaked 3. That's not bad. We can turn this off right now, I believe. Oh, that was a lot more hot than I think. Okay, so debatable topic, at least I guess for me. Apparently I say the word milk wrong, I don't think I do. I think I say it normally, correctly, the good way, more or less. But let me know if you hear a difference, because I say milk like milk, and I'm okay with that. I think that's a normal way to say it. But people always make fun of me for how I say the word milk. So, what are your thoughts on that? Just curious. I also think I've used this burner in... Yeah, I don't think I've used this burner in a while. I used this burner, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think I used that burner. Let me move this out of the way of the camera so you can like see it better. Alright, first pour. Excellent. It's been a while since I've done the first pour. Let's put some chocolate chips in there as I graze my finger against the very hot metal pan. Thankfully it didn't burn me. Oop. Okay. This will go over here. Now the question is, and let me take an angle from back behind the camera, can you see that well? I gotta move it, the bowl, but you can see that pretty well. I'm okay with that. Now, we're gonna also turn this on to low. I'm going to use this spatula, not the fun one, but this one, to flip it. We're gonna not burn this. Well, we probably will, and that's okay. I know the thing of you gotta wait for the, whoop, as I don't fall back. Gotta wait for the bubbles to rise up through, but it's already bubbly because, the pan was already hot. Super helpful. I know. Why is my thermometer on right now? Let's see how this works. What do you say? Oh, I'm not gonna. Not bad. Little light. Now, this is gonna cause some people to really freak out. Many of you know I do not use condiments on things. I'm trying to get into the headspace of using spices and everything else. I generally do not use butter or syrup when eating pancakes. Now, before everyone freaks out, as always, please allow me to explain. The main reason I don't like to use butter or syrup is because everyone else claims it makes it easier to eat, or like flavor-wise, sure. Well, I can get behind the flavor-wise, but people also will say, it makes it easier to break down the food inside your mouth. Okay. Most of you, or many of you, probably know this, and I'm going to say it this way because I love saying it this way. I have overactive liquid glands in my mouth. So my saliva glands overproduce the amount of liquid they need. There's no medical term for it, nor do I care if there is. Oh, I gotta try that again. But I don't need, like, a sauce to break a food down or make it more moisturized for me. I can do that by myself, and that sounds super weird. Another great way, I forget what the name, I think it's biscotti, like the really hard thing that you're supposed to dunk in your coffee, and one of the reasons you're supposed to dunk in your coffee is it makes it less hard to chew. I can chew biscotti without needing liquids, because overactive liquid glands in my mouth. It's just been a thing for as long as I can remember. So I might use syrup once in a while, but I don't use it for the reason everyone else wants to use it. I would use it if only to add flavor, and that would be the case. So that's why I don't do butter or syrup most times on pancakes or waffles. I do want to do French toast one time, but not there yet. So, you know. Other thing I want to talk about today, I am slowly making my way through Need for Speed Underground in my live stream. And I realized, so I remember some of the parts of why I don't like this game or why I rage quit the game many years ago. And part of it is the physics of it are stupid. And I will explain, so give me a minute to explain. But there are some parts where you'll be playing and your car could be like a paperweight and just not crash or do anything. But for the majority of the time, the physics in this game are your car is as light as a feather. And not everything... If you know what a hitbox is in a video game, for those of you who don't know what a hitbox is, it's where you can get hit or where an enemy can get hit around the enemy itself. And most hitboxes are super, like, close to them, whereas other ones are very, like, square around them. Like, if you ever play a 16 or 32-bit game, a lot of... and the enemy is like that, the hitbox is often a square around it. So like if you've ever played Mario before and you have those like square enemies that they don't move but they're like the spiky ones, the hitbox is itself, but it could extend a little bit out. The hitbox for this game is stupid. I don't like it. And the car... They even give you upgrades for weight of the car, but the cars themselves are like if this was the car, the fridge. I don't know. Can you see the fridge? Let's see. Can you see the fridge from where you are? Okay. Let's see. If I was the car, and this was the enemy, or this was just another object in the world, and it was just to go like oof. And it would just like hit me somehow, I would go flying like 50 feet. So that's why I remembered how much I don't like that game, is because truly, the physics in that game are stupid. And one of the reasons I rage quit the game was there's a race in, I believe, the 80s mark, because there's 111 races total. There's a race in the 80s mark where I could not get close to finishing it because I would always hit a certain part in the course, and then my car would hit something and then just go flying, like literally somersaulting over itself. It was annoying. So if I can get past, I am currently on race 50 something, I think, right now. If I can get past the 80s, I'll be happy. The other thing I don't like about this game that they fixed in my tied for top 4-way tie for favorite game of all time, Need for Speed Most Wanted, is in Underground, when you hit the nitrous or the NOS or the booster, you even yourself out. Like if I'm going, oh, I was not close to being ready. That's okay though. If I'm going, it was a course corrector. If I'm turning, if I hit the NOS, the nitrous, wherever I was headed at that moment, I would just keep going straight, pretty much. Whereas this one makes you fishtail, and it's like, if you're not going straight in this game, it makes you go literally like this, and you have to overcorrect, and then by the time you're overcorrecting, it's just a mess. In the newer versions, they make it so that when you hit the NOS, whichever way you're going at that point is now the new straight, which I love because it helps with overcorrection and turning. So it's been weird getting used to those controls again. There are no police in Underground, which is both nice and, I mean, it would defeat the purpose because it's not an open game. It's a very closed world game where you just hit go, and I don't know if the ones before were open or closed, but I know that Underground 2 was open, and its sales pitch was customize your car infinitely. My Nerd Side's going to come out. I forget if it was near infinitely or infinitely. You can't, if something has finite storage, which a game does, you can't give infinite upgrades and customizations to a car. I always found that annoying. So, I would like to play it one day. I used to, many years ago, I would download onto my laptop, and I'd play a few races, and then I would unload it because it just took too much memory of the laptop. But it might be a fun game to play for GameCube. That being said, I do have other ones I want to play in the meantime. And again, I'm only on race 54? I think it's 54. I think I just finished 54 for Underground. So, if you're bored looking for something to do, it's also on my YouTube channel under Live. Yeah. I do enjoy racing games immensely. I think it is super fun to go super fast. And it's one of those things of, I am a good driver in real life. Where's wood so I can knock on it? Cool. So, it is nice to be able to go 180 miles an hour in a video game, driving manual, which is something I cannot do on a normal car. Because the manual shift in Need for Speed is X, 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 X. That goes up, and then Y, since I think that's the order. It's one of those two. Either Y or X, and the other one sends it back to another gear. And that's only in drag race mode. So, or the quarter mile. So, it's nice to be able to also be able to drive nice cars. Not saying my car is not nice, it gets the job done, but it's nice to be able to have the option to drive a Mustang, or a Lamborghini, or I really don't, Corvette. I mean, Lamborghini would be the best one, but like a Corvette. By the way, top favorite cars, if I could, would be a red Mustang and a Lamborghini. I would be super, and obviously, I know they're both manual, but auto transmission, those are my dream cars. I would love them very much. I do know that Lamborghinis are a little more expensive, and that's okay. Excuse me. So now we kind of play the waiting game. I do hope you are all enjoying this episode, whoever may be watching it, whether you're watching it live or if you're watching it after it's on YouTube. Thank you as always for joining. I do appreciate the support. And then obviously the joke of, what is it? I'm up to now 80 subscribers, which, to put this in context, was that? I think it was December into January. I was at, there was a joke, true joke. I was at 67 videos and 69 subscribers, and I am now at 80 subscribers and a lot more videos. I don't know how many off the top of my head. The analytics also for my channel are amusing, I think. I don't remember them off the top of my head, but I look at the analytics and they go, that's funny. So yeah. What else? I increased my weightage at the gym, so I am now working out with more poundage than I was last week, and I upped my resistance on the elliptical, because I hate running, so I will not do a treadmill, but ellipticals are great, and I haven't ridden a bike in a while, but bikes are great. I'm just not going to use the bike machine where I go, but ellipticals, that gets everything going, to my knowledge. So I am now at level 4 of, not, I want to use the word density, but it's not density. It's like resistance. I am now at level 4 resistance of using the elliptical, which means I go further and burn more calories doing the same amount of work or traveling the same distance. No, how do I say this? I travel a further distance in the same amount of time, and I burn more calories in the same amount of time than I did when I was at level 3 resistance, which is fantastic. Who knew? I mean, I did, but I'm making a joke about it. I don't mean to say this in the mean way, but I remember this being a little bit faster, I guess. I'm not cranking it up higher, but is it still cooking? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah. And now we just wait in awkward silence now for a little while. Ooh, here's a good one I actually just thought of. Many years ago, I had a mentor who we were joking around about things, and he mentioned to me, I am not happy about that, but hopefully that'll work. About messing around with peppermint patties and microwaves. Do not try this at home. I cannot stress this enough. If you do this, I am not liable, and I am not on record for prompting you to do this. I feel like one of those, like, before you see this, do not try this at home people. But truly, do not try this at home. Do not. Do not get me in trouble for this. He took I think he wanted to heat up a peppermint patty or see what it would be like, hot or whatever, and he puts it in the microwave, and if you do that, it starts to form a bubble. And he doesn't realize it at first, but he sees like a bubble form from the peppermint patty and kind of just spread over the plate, like, whoop, and then he takes it out and it just falls down. Once that cools, which is almost immediate, you cannot get that off the plate. Which is, how you ruin a plate. So as he told me, quote, I put it in the microwave, I did it, I saw it happen, I tested it, tried to get it off, you cannot remove it, I did it again, second time, and then I called my brother and did it with him a third time. So he ruined 3 plates this way. Do not do that. But it's a thing. Oh, well, the other thing I want to talk about was Star Fox, which I've talked about in the past, the nightmare-inducing video game. Play the last level, and you will see why it's nightmare-inducing. The rest of it's pretty cool. But that last level, even the easy mode way, the last level is the final boss, is not a good time, Andros. But the hard mode of him, I won't give any spoilers away, but it's nightmare-inducing fuel. They are remaking it again. For the first time in apparently 10 years. They're remaking Star Fox 64 on the Nintendo Switch 2. And here, let's clean this up. I was expecting that to be heavier, and I don't know why. Can I get 3 full out of here? I might. Nice. And this time it includes a actual prologue with a video, because the N64 version just has a written prologue with a narrator speaking over it. But this one is a full-on video prologue where you see James McCloud, Fox's son, Pigma Dangar, and Peppy Hare attempt to recon on Venom's airspace and figure out what's up with Andros, what happened over there. And now you actually get to see, like, they actually have a video of it, and it is pretty darn cool. It's like 3 minutes total, I think, and it shows what happens. And I have to crack this donut. I think I do. Even though I'm not sponsored, I still think I should do this just to say I did it today. So yeah, that was I ran into that yesterday. I do hope everyone had a good weekend. The next time I do this, I will do this better. Because I used to make these every day, especially on weekends. Or days that I had off, I could say. I used to be able to do this relatively well, and I am not doing it relatively well. It's not having the best time tonight. It's very light. I do like my pancakes a little bit, not burnt, but like a little on the more cooked side. I was thinking of the joke that, because I do want to do a make your own pizza from scratch, and then just have it showing cooking in the oven for a good half hour, and that be the only thing you see is just in here. You see just cooking for 30 minutes or however long it takes. Oh, that would. Listen, I'm not mean, and I wouldn't rickroll you all, because that feels like a rickroll right there. Is this do I have to make this hotter next time? I might. See, it's better on that side. That being said, I don't even know what next week is per se. I might do 2 weeks of Brinner, and then the last week of May to the first week of June is going to be very busy. So maybe after the first week of June, I will do a make your own pizza. That could be fun. Excuse me. Next week might be a good French toast week. I don't know. That could be. We could do like a month of Brinner. When do I need to use this by? Oh, I got 2 years on this. Okay. So I could. I'll do like 2 weeks probably on this. Do like a French toast thing, which would be awesome. I'm pretty good at scrambled eggs. Kind of want to do an omelet. Bacon's fun to make. Hash browns, I'm not sure, just because, like, I need to actually make hash browns before I get good at making hash browns. And then, I mean, like, the shaved kind, not the, now don't hate me when I say this, but not like the fast food kind, where it's like, either tater tots, because apparently people consider those hash browns, or where it's like a disc that's a giant hash brown, quote unquote. Have you ever seen that before? Like the hash brown pocket. It's not a hash brown. I call that a tater tot pocket. But that might be fun to do. And then maybe middle of June, after the first week of June, I should say, we do make your own pizza would be fun. And I don't know, we'll see. It's for 4th of July, we could do like a pie. That could be fun. Then again, that is thinking way too far out. So, I don't know. As one of my favorite quote goes, it's my show, so I can do what I want with it, and we'll see. And thank you for tuning in. Wouldn't it be funny if, like, this was actually picked up by corporate sponsorship, and so I couldn't say anymore, it's my show, we'd have to say something else to be like, it's the show presented by X, Y, and Z. I would never do that. It's always going to be my show. I do appreciate the people who have sent me recipes in the past. You can feel free to do that. However, my level of kitchen knowledge is not good enough to do those necessarily. Also, my eating habits aren't the best in the world. So, Again, please do not send in anything that has pasta or soup, and yes, that includes lasagna for the pasta. Not a fan. Texture issue, not a fan of it. But anything basic, anything with noodles, not a fan of. Don't enjoy soup of any kind, including chowder, which makes my Bostonian heritage weep. But, oh well. We are almost done here. Thank you for watching. If you are watching, if you're not watching, I won't say anything because you won't hear it anyways. But, as we wrap this episode up, I hope you have a good rest of your evening, which right now, it's still pretty bright outside. So if you are watching this, make sure you look outside. Also, thank you for watching, but make sure you look outside and say hi to nature for me, because as an introvert who has very fair skin, I do not like going outside, with the exception of band. I think that'll work. Alright. So yeah, thank you for joining. I'm going to get the second plate out right now. And I hope you enjoyed Brinner episode 1 as much as I did. And, excuse me. As I always like to say, well, let me get this off of here first. Come on, or don't. Super, super helpful. I should probably get a fork and knife. That might be a good idea. Thank you for having dinner with me tonight. Sorry. Thank you for having Brinner with me tonight. See you on the next episode.